Hi, I'm BG Roberts, and welcome to Roosterville USA. Today we're traveling back in time to explore Liberty Landing, one of Clay County's most important and most forgotten gateways to the Missouri River. If you enjoy local history and the stories that shaped Missouri's Northland, you're in the right place. Let's head inside and get started.
Welcome to this deep dive. Today, our mission is to explore the dramatic rise and literal disappearance of the riverboat traffic that once made Liberty, Missouri, this bustling frontier powerhouse.
Yeah, we're pulling from a really fascinating stack of local historical archives and early 20th century Army Corps of Engineers reports to piece this together.
Right. So to set the scene for you, when you order a package today, you generally expect a quiet little text notification.
Oh yeah, just a subtle ping on your phone to let you know it's on the porch.
Exactly. But in the 1830s through the 1850s, if you were waiting for a delivery in Liberty, you were listening for a literal cannon blast.
A literal cannon.
Yeah. Massive steamboats traveling up the Missouri River from St. Louis they'd fire off a cannon miles away. And that gave residents and merchants just enough time to drop everything and rush down to the docks.
It's just an incredible image of frontier communication, isn't it? I mean, that blast was the starting gun for the whole town's economy to just spring into action.
But getting to those docks was, well, it was a serious ordeal. Looking at the historical maps from these archives, Liberty Landing was located 4 miles south of the actual town.
4 miles downhill, basically.
Right, so hearing a cannon is great, but hauling massive freight 4 miles uphill before delivery trucks existed sounds like a total logistical nightmare.
Oh, absolutely.
Why build a port city so far from its actual port?
Well, because the alternative was getting completely wiped out. I mean, in 1826, a devastating Missouri River flood destroyed the early low-lying settlements.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that taught the pioneers a hard lesson about the river's sheer, unpredictable volatility. So they deliberately established the permanent town inland up on high, well-drained ground.
Making it safe from the water.
Exactly, while keeping that flood-prone commercial landing entirely separate. And yes, the logistics were brutal. Moving that cargo meant teams of mules dragging heavy wagons up steep, muddy dirt grades every single day.
It was a grueling physical tax they paid for safety.
Right.
But clearly, the strategy worked. The archives note that by the 1850s, up to 5 steamers were passing by daily.
5 a day.
Yeah, with at least one docking every single day. Liberty essentially became the ultimate outfitting hub before heading west into the unknown.
I mean, the Missouri River was the undisputed highway of the era.
So if you were moving military supplies, trading goods, or, thousands of westward settlers,
You used the river, and Liberty Landing was perfectly situated geographically to capture that massive flow of frontier capital.
But see, usually when we read about a 19th century boomtown fizzling out, it's a story of railroads.
Right, the classic rail takeover.
Yeah, the trains arrive in the 1860s, Kansas City builds a massive railroad bridge, and the freight traffic naturally shifts to the rails. That makes total sense for downgrading a port status.
Definitely.
But looking at modern satellite images of the area, Liberty Landing isn't just quiet today. It's physically missing. Like there is no water anywhere near it.
And that is the ultimate twist in this story. I mean, the railroads certainly dealt the fatal economic blow to the steamboat industry, but human engineering erased the physical geography.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, in 1949, engineers executed something called the Liberty Bend Cutoff Project.
Was that to, straighten the shipping channel?
Precisely. The river originally took a massive 4-mile U-shaped detour, an oxbow loop, right past the old Liberty Landing site. So the Army Corps of Engineers decided to simply bypass that loop.
Just cut it off completely.
Literally, they went into a dry cornfield, built a massive steel bridge right over the dirt, dug a deep trench underneath it, and then literally blasted the mud and rock away to let the river rush into its new channel.
That is insane. So instead of waiting for nature to slowly carve a new path over centuries, engineers essentially performed gastric bypass surgery on the Missouri River.
Gastric bypass surgery, yes.
Right, just stapling off the old loop to force the flow straight through.
That is a perfect way to visualize it. And by cutting off that loop, the historic site of Liberty Landing was permanently landlocked. The river simply did not flow there anymore.
It really reframes how fragile our economic hubs are, You build an entire frontier empire around a geographical lifeline, and a century later, it completely vanishes.
Right. First, because of a technological shift like the locomotive.
Exactly. And second, because Humans decide to literally terraform the Earth.
We assume the geography under our feet is a permanent fixture, but this history really proves that maps are entirely subject to revision by human ambition.
Thanks for joining me on this journey through Liberty Landing. If you remember the landing, have family stories, or know something I missed, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Please subscribe to Roosterville USA because we've got many more stories coming, including the Flamingo Motel, the Blue Light gas station, and other forgotten places around Clay County. Until next time, I'm B.G. Roberts,